And now we're going to integrate our move, groove and stretch. I want this to be something that can easily fit into your morning routine, so I'm trying to fit all of this into an hour. Of course, if you've got more time, you can feel free to do a full-on yoga practice, a 3-mile run, whatever it is you want to do, that's great. But I personally leave my longer practices to later in the day when I've got my kids to school and all of that stuff, because it fits in better for me like that. I also feel like my body needs to be activated a little bit and a little bit warmed up so I can get deeper into my practice. But it may be that you get up super early and you do your hour and a half practice then, and that is totally cool. But outside of all of that, I think it's great to spend 10 minutes to really tease your body into activation for the day. So by moving, we start to hydrate the tissues, we lubricate the joints, we prepare ourselves for whatever the day brings to us. And I want this to be really fun for you. So I'm going to suggest that you take a couple of songs, a couple of your favorite ones, and they can be really, really mellow, or they can be really high energy, whatever you feel like for the day. And then you just start from the ground up, moving and activating, and it doesn't matter what it looks like. Nobody's watching you, you're watching me, but I'm cool with that. And I'm going to take you through a suggestion of what that might look like, but it might look totally different for you. Okay, so I'm going to start close to the earth, and I'm just going to sit onto my knees, and I'm just going to start to move around a little bit, taking weight one side to the other, and then I'll start to just move the arms around a little bit. And just starting to move into the body and just notice what's going on. Take the arms up and over, circling, and then maybe stretching out the fingers, circling the wrists a little bit. So again, doesn't have to look like anything in particular. Just warming up, bringing the hands onto the ground, onto the earth, and then maybe settling onto the knees. I'm going to tuck the toes and stretch out the soles of the feet. So we've done our golf ball thing, but this can feel nice. You don't have to bring all your weight back, but if you can, if that's comfortable, that's really nice for your feet. Then I'll bring the palms down, and I'm just going to start to circle the hips a little bit. So the hips can be a real area where we hold a lot of tension, a lot of emotional baggage. I'm going to start there today. Really, that's where I'm feeling it a little bit. And you might take one leg up, knee in, out to the side, and just really circle that. And we're trying to make this as fluid as possible, so you don't really want to straighten everything and harden and work from there. You want to get close to the earth and just allow the body to move. And this will feel really good with some music. And all the while that you're moving, really breathing deeply, getting some nice oxygen, some prana flooding into the body. You don't have to think about, okay, am I doing the same on either side? It's really just a process of feeling into the body, feeling where you need to activate, where needs a little bit love and attention. I'm going to come up onto the fingertips, come back down, up onto the fingertips, come back down, move the shoulders around. Imagine I'm drawing a circle with the center of my chest, letting that flow through my body. And then taking a couple of cat-cow, so inhaling, offering the heart, exhaling, pressing down into the earth and rounding the back. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, and then I'm going to come onto the knees again and just start to move out the shoulders. So we hold a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. Shrug them, circle them out, let the arms be really fluid. Nice deep breaths, and maybe if you're one of those people that holds a lot of tension in the sides of the neck, you would just start to move your head around a little bit. Sometimes you can wake up with a stiff neck. So just going through the different ranges of movement in the head, in the neck, and breathing. I wouldn't full circle the head, sorry, but I might draw half circles. Just feeling that out a little bit. And maybe into the face, into the jaw, move everything around a little bit, a couple of lion's breaths. Good. And then maybe we'll come up a little bit higher. And we'll start to take a more of a down dog situation, stretching out the legs and activating there. But we're not trying to lock the hamstrings in place. The body's going to be really stiff in the morning, especially if it's cold where you are. So we're teasing the body. And instead of just walking the legs here, I'm trying to activate by bending all of my limbs and maybe taking a twist side to side. And then I can walk in and just take the hands around the opposite elbows and sway it out a little bit. Good, and we might come a little bit wider now and take what I call ninja lunges, and these are just really activating for the inner thighs, bottom of the deep core line. I'll lift the toes up to activate the inner arches of the feet, and these can be really, really fluid, like you're finger painting the earth. And when the legs start to warm up, maybe you'll take it all the way to one side. Still nice and fluid, all the way to the other side. And then remember, you've got your music on, so you can begin to get a little bit more expressive with those movements, expanding and hugging in. Doesn't need to look like anything in particular, but just where you need to be, where you need to work into. And then I'll slowly make my way, when my songs are coming to an end, I'll make my way back down to the earth. Take a moment just to play with the earth. Stretch out the side body. See where I need to give a little bit more love and attention. And lots of this can be done with the eyes closed. It's not important what you look like or where you are in space, but just feeling into the body, and then always coming back home to stillness and just sitting for a moment, feeling all of that vibration, all of that energy running through the body, preparing you for an awesome day ahead. Namaste.